Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is March 30th, 2023, and we have a video today of a Suzuki Dump with locking differential. And it is a pretty nice truck. It has, the stock number is S1292. It's a four-wheel drive, four-speed with high and low transfer case. So it's a high-low transfer case with differential lock, four-wheel drive, and it's a dump. It has 35,560 miles, and it is $8,600. So let's go ahead and let's check out this mini truck. There's the top of the vehicle, and here is the front of the vehicle. It's very, very straight, not a single ding. That's the bug eye look. That's the look a lot of people ask for, and we so rarely get. This was a company truck, and they taped over it, so you can take that tape off, and it will reveal the former name of the company. This heat did not work, and we had to pull the dashboard, replace the heater cable, and now is working. And it's a little chilly today, so I might actually, tires look good. I might want to turn that heat on. This side looks good. It has a ding from the inside out right there. And another slight ding right there. This has a ding right there, a ding there, and let me show you the inside of the bed. It's got surface rust and one dent on the floor of the bed. So what I mean is right here is a impression. It's not a hole or anything like punctured, but it's you can see where they slid stuff in and out, which rubbed the paint off, and then it flash rusts. And that is normal for a truck that has been used, and it's a dump also. So what's really interesting about this truck is that it has these locking latches here to hold the bed from bouncing. So when you want to use the dump, you unlock that, and then you come over here and you do the same thing. Unlock this one, and then you'll be able to go ahead and lift the bed. And you can leave those undone if you want, or you can latch them if the bed bounces. But you almost never ever see a dump with those latches. It's an extra add-on feature at the dealership that they had to pay extra for, but it's not entirely necessary. There's an inside to out ding there, couple dings here, a ding right there. The door does look nice. It does have a slight dent right there. The front of the bed has a dent right there. So like when you hit the brakes and something hits the front, that's what that is. There is a crack on the lens. The turn signal still works, so the inner plastic housing inside is good, but that is cracked. Let's lift the bed up. Make sure it's in neutral. Now to use the bed, you go like this. Boy, this bed looks nice. Let's take a minute. Let's look at this. So that's your locking rear differential right there. That's your locking diff. These are the solenoids for locking diff. That cylinder is dry as a bone. That's a really good sign. And look at the rust in the bed. There is none underneath. That is exactly what I want to see. And it's beautiful under here. It really is nice. Very pretty. Exceptional. Most dumps don't look that good underneath. So that's what you want. You want something maybe with surface rust where it's used, but this is where it really counts. So that's surface rust there. It actually is really clean all the way across. So, okay. Now to lower the bed, just push the button down. And I think I'll also latch the tailgate. That one there. The interior looks nice. Dumps are usually really rough, but this one somehow looks pretty decent. The door panel has a tear in it right there. Here is the underneath of the door, so you can see what kind of condition that's in. It's in superb condition. Let's look under the floor mat. Absolutely beautiful. Um, I'm sure this floor mat also looks good underneath. Yeah, it does. Okay. And that seat looks good too. The headliner looks fantastic. Okay, now let's take it for a test drive. We are in two-wheel drive. You want to make sure when you drive a mini truck that um, you're in two-wheel drive when you get onto the asphalt and not four-wheel drive, because it's not good for the truck to drive it on asphalt in four-wheel drive. Okay, so I've got a picture, or in the frame, I have the speedometer and the road at the same time here. So I'm not going to go super fast right here because we have a pretty steep turn coming up. Oh, you know what? Those locks are unlocked on the bed. So what'll be interesting is to see if we hear a bunch of rattling, which I don't really hear any. And so those latches are nice to have, and they're really heavy duty. So now we'll get a little speed up here so we can basically, so that is about 55 miles per hour. That's a little faster than I'd really recommend. I think 50 miles per hour, which is just above, which is right at 80 kilometers, is 50 miles per hour. And that's a very comfortable place for this truck to be. All right, now I'm going to turn around. I'm in second gear. Now we're going to go up a pretty steep hill here. And so let me slow down and then see how it accelerates up the hill, because that's a good indicator. Now we're going up a steep grade. and that is an indicator of engine power, or you could say of compression. And it is handily accelerating up this steep grade. Now, the real test is in this sharp turn where I have to slow down to 20 or 24 miles per hour. So this 24 miles, that's 20 miles an hour right there, I believe. So now we're in fourth gear still, and we are really cooking up this hill. So that is exactly what you want to see. You want to see it accelerating very nicely from ridiculously slow speed in fourth gear up a sharp hill. I mean, you couldn't really, ask more out of the truck than, hey, I'm going to leave you in fourth gear, go 20 miles an hour, and go up a steep hill in a curve, right? And let's see you accelerate, not only do I not want you to die, right? The truck won't stall. That would be nice if it doesn't stall. But what would really be nice is if starting from like 21, 22 miles per hour or something, the truck not only does not die, but it also accelerates up that hill in fourth gear, which is a very good indication of good compression. Or another way of saying it is engine power. So this truck has been serviced. We just fixed the heat, I know, and so the heat works, and it has differential lock, which is handy. Not always really necessary, or very rarely will you ever use it, if ever. Honestly, you may never use it. So, but it does have diff lock, and that locks the rear wheels together. So the rear axle becomes one solid axle. It makes it impossible. You do not want to be on asphalt turning while having your diff lock on. It's not good. You'll hear your tires going chirp, 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 chirp. That's bad for the truck. So diff lock should only be used off-road. That's the only time you would ever need it anyway. If you were on asphalt, you wouldn't have a traction problem. You would never need diff lock. Diff lock is for when you're in an extremely difficult situation traction-wise, because four-wheel drive will get you anywhere you need to go. Diff lock is there if you are in a very, very bad situation. So you push the button, it locks the rear axle. You already have it in four-wheel drive, and now you'll be able to get out of whatever situation you're in. And we changed the oil with full synthetic 5W30 engine oil,